My name is Paige Marie Wilson, 34 years old, and I swear on every broken piece of my life, I did not drive to my sister's wedding to start a scene. I drove there to disappear quietly. That was the plan. I was early, almost an hour. The sun was warm, the air was soft, and even my beat-up 12-year-old Honda Civic seemed to hum with the kind of calm you get right before a storm breaks your life open. The vineyard looked like something out of a rich people fairy tale. Rolling hills, perfect vines, stone archway polished enough to reflect your sins. And then, I saw it. A 6x4-foot banner, hanging from the entrance like a public execution notice. My driver's license photo. Blown up. Unfiltered. Unavoidable. And under it, in thick red letters dripping like fresh wounds. Trash not allowed. Do not let this person in. My breath left my body. My mother stood next to it, arms crossed, chatting with the wedding planner like she was discussing table linens. My father checked his Rolex, purposefully ignoring the sign with his daughter's face on it. And Bailey. Oh, Bailey. My sister floated across the lawn in her custom Vera Wang gown, glowing like she owned the whole vineyard. She spotted me instantly, and her smile curled into a blade. She walked over, veil trailing behind her like she was being followed by the ghosts of every mistake she never paid for. "What," she whispered, "are you doing here?" That's when my mother grabbed my forearm, nails sharp enough to break skin. "Honey, just go, don't cause a scene, please." My father didn't even turn around. Just raised a hand. A small, dismissive wave. Like he was shooing away a stray dog. I didn't cry. Didn't scream. Didn't beg. I stood there for 5 seconds and realized something. They weren't embarrassed by the banner. They were proud of it. So I took out my phone. Snapped the photo. Opened messages. Sent it to Cheyenne with 2 words. Do it. Then I got back in my car. Turned the key. Drove away while they were still laughing about me behind my back. They thought they had won. They had no idea. 28 minutes later, every one of their $380, a head guest stood locked outside the gates. Panic rising. Vendors confused. Catering trucks turned around. The $400,000 dream wedding evaporating like smoke. All because of one signature on one contract. Mine. But the real story didn't start today. It started 8 years ago, when I was someone they actually bragged about. When I was the golden child. The CFO. The Harvard-educated, Bay Area corporate powerhouse, making $260,000 a year plus equity. The sister who bought Bailey a condo. Paid her tuition. Her spring breaks. Her car repairs. Her mistakes. I funded family vacations. I paid for dinners. I paid for smiles. And they loved me. As long as I kept the money flowing. Then my marriage fell apart. My husband cheated. His company's lawyers tried to bury me. My career imploded. One signature later, I walked away with $12,000 and a reputation smeared beyond repair. Corporate America shut its doors. My family shut theirs even tighter. I called my parents for help. Paige, my mother whispered, "We can't have this tied to us." Dad's voice came on next. "You made your choices, live with them." And Bailey. She blocked me like I'd never existed. Until she needed me again. When the Harper's, California grocery store royalty proposed marriage, Bailey magically remembered her sister. She called me, sobbing, begging. The dream venue required a $72,000 deposit, non-refundable. She needed help. She needed me. She needed the wallet she used to call Superwoman. That same week, the universe dropped something into my lap. Nana Ruth's trust. $180,000. All to me. Explicitly excluding my parents and Bailey. Her note said, "You were the only ones. Money never changed you. Use this wisely. So I did. I paid every cent for that insane, over-the-top vineyard wedding. But I paid it as the sole contracting party. My names, my rights, my cancellation clause. Section 17B. The one Cheyenne highlighted in neon yellow. If the signing party, me, is harassed, demeaned, or publicly insulted, the event can be cancelled with partial forfeiture. And no refunds to anyone else. Cheyenne looked at me across the coffee shop that day. You're handing them a loaded gun, be careful. I just shrugged. Family is family. I was wrong. Weeks went by. Months. Bailey ghosted again. Until the invitations came. Beautiful, gold-foiled. And addressed from Mr. and Mrs. Kevin Ray Wilson. Request the honor of your presence at the marriage of their daughter. Bailey Renee Wilson. Their daughter. Singular. Not daughters. My name wasn't mentioned anywhere. That was the moment something inside me snapped quietly, like a thin wire that had been stretched too long. But I still didn't pull the plug. Not until I saw that banner. Not until my own mother watched them hang a sign, calling me trash like it was part of the daycare. Not until the sister I'd practically raised told me I smelled like the night shift. Not until my father dismissed me with the same hand he used to wave down waiters. That's when I realized. This wasn't a wedding. This was a public execution of my worth. So I gave Cheyenne the green light. She had the paperwork, the clauses, the legal triggers, everything. Within minutes, the vineyard managers shut down all access. Delivery trucks turned. Power cut. Gates locked. Vendors notified that the event was cancelled due to contract violation involving harassment of the signing party. Every penny my family and the Harpers invested. Gone. Every dream Bailey bragged about for a year. Gone. Every photo opportunity they wanted for Instagram. Gone. The wedding of the decade. Gone before the ceremony even started. And me. I was already halfway back to San Jose, windows down, hair whipping in the wind, finally breathing in a way I hadn't breathed in years. Because today wasn't about revenge. It was about remembering I was never the trash in this family. They were. Audience question. If your family publicly called you trash at your own sister's wedding, would you cancel the entire $400,000 event you paid for? Or would you walk away and let them keep everything?